My Weird School, Fast Facts. Sports. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pelot. Chapter 5. Hockey. Back in the 1800s, the first hockey pucks were reportedly made out of whatever the players could find, including, are you ready for this? Frozen cow poops. Yuck! Gross! Are you kidding me? I guess that's why they play hockey with long sticks. I wouldn't touch one of those things with a 10-foot pole. No wonder goalies wear masks. Ugh! Was it just cold outside, or did they put the cow poops into a freezer? Either way, I think I'm gonna throw up. The Stanley Cup has been awarded to the best team in the NHL ever since 1893. It was named after some Canadian guy named Lord Stanley. Guess which of these things have happened to the Stanley Cup over the years? A. It was used as a cereal bowl. B. It was accidentally left by the side of the road. C. It was tossed into a swimming pool. D. It was lost on a flight from New Jersey to Vancouver. E. All of the above. The correct answer is E. Alexander Wenberg is a great hockey player. He's known for his strong side-to-side movement. But the thing he's best known for is the time he scored a goal by dropping a puck out of his pants. It happened in 2012. Wenberg was playing for a Swedish team called Djurgården. A bunch of players were fighting for the puck in front of the goal. Somehow it became lodged inside Wenberg's pants. He didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do. He had to think fast. So Wenberg skated behind the goalie and squatted down until the puck plopped out of his pants. It was like he took a dump on the ice. Goal! And it counted. You can't make this stuff up. During playoff games in Detroit, fans will throw an octopus on the ice in the middle of the game. Why? Because Detroit Red Wings fans are weird. It all started back in 1952 when a pair of brothers named Pete and Jerry Cusumano threw an octopus onto the ice because an octopus has 8 tentacles, and that's how many wins the Red Wings would need to win the Stanley Cup. I don't know what one thing had to do with the other, but Detroit did win that year, so of course other fans started throwing octopi onto the ice too. That's how weird traditions begin. During one game in 1995, the fans threw 36 of them onto the ice. I wouldn't want to be the Zamboni driver for that game. Throwing an octopus onto the ice is weird, but that's not the only thing weird hockey fans have thrown onto the ice. Cambridge, Massachusetts, a frozen chicken. Florida, rubber rats. Nashville, Tennessee, catfish. San Jose, California, a shark. Toronto, Canada, waffles. Edmonton, Canada, a slab of beef. This is probably the weirdest hockey story ever. Back in the 1930s, there was this Quebec goalie named A.B. Goldberry. During one game, somebody shot a puck at the goal, and it bounced off Goldberry's jersey. But the weird thing is that Goldberry had a pack of matches in his pocket. The puck hit him, and the matches ignited. Then his uniform caught on fire. Luckily, his teammates were able to put it out. Now that's weird. In the old Soviet Union, they used to train bears to play ice hockey as part of circus performances. So now you know why there's no more Soviet Union. Chapter 6. Golf. Golf is a weird sport. You know why? Because the person with the lowest score wins. In other sports, the person with the most runs, points, goals, or whatever is the winner. But with golf, it's the opposite. That's why it's weird. I don't know why anybody in their right mind would want to chase a little white ball around a giant field all day. But my dad and 25 million other people do that every year. And that's just how many people play in America. They play that dumb sport all over the world too. Nobody knows why. So I'm going to let Andrea tell you her weird golf facts. Why, thank you, Arlo. You're being so nice to me today. Are you feeling okay? Anyway, of all the sports in the world, golf is the only one that has been played on the moon. It's true. It happened in 1971, and the golfer was astronaut Alan Shepard. Shepard was the first American in space in 1961. 10 years later, he walked on the moon as part of Apollo 14. Disguising a portable 6-iron with a sock, Shepard smuggled the club and a few golf balls on board the flight. On February 6th, while walking on the moon, Alan Shepard pulled out his golf club. The bulky spacesuit he was wearing made it so he could only swing one-handed. But gravity on the moon is 1/6 of the gravity on Earth. So, when Shepard got a hold of one, it went miles and miles and miles. So that was the longest golf shot in the history of the universe. George F. Grant was an amazing man. He was a Boston dentist, the first African-American professor at Harvard University, and also the inventor of the golf tee. You know that little wooden thing that golfers put under the ball to raise it off the ground a few inches? Well, we didn't always have that thing. Somebody had to invent it. And George Grant was the guy who patented it in 1899. Before that, golfers would tee up the ball by building a little mound of wet dirt with their fingers. That was messy, and it was also a pain in the neck to get down on your hands and knees for each of the 18 holes on a golf course. So, Dr. Grant, a serious golfer, devised a little wooden tee to do the job much more easily. It changed the game of golf. Grant never made any effort to make money from his invention. He would hand out golf tees to his friends for free. Because of this, most people didn't know about his contribution to the game. It wasn't until 1991 that the United States Golf Association officially recognized Dr. George Grant as the inventor of the tee. Do you know why golfers always have 2 pairs of pants? Because they might get a hole-in-one. Get it? Hole-in-one? Okay, that's a joke. But speaking of holes in one, the most amazing thing happened on May 25th, 1957. A guy in England named Edward Chapman got a hole in one on the 8th hole at a golf course in Richmond, Surrey. But that's not even the amazing part. The amazing part is that later that day, another guy named Edward Chapman got a hole-in-one on the 6th hole of that same course. The youngest golfer to get a hole-in-one was a 5-year-old boy named Kobe Orr. It happened in 1975. Kobe hit his tee shot right into the hole from 103 yards away on the 5th tee at the Riverside Golf Course, San Antonio, Texas. That kid was awesome.